Now, one of the interesting things about coming up to the mountains of Utah here at UMC Motorsport Park is the fact that we're so high above sea level, 5,300 feet, almost a mile, and that has to affect the bikes. Chuck Graves, what does it do?
Well, really what happens is the barometric pressure is lower. So normally we see maybe down at sea level 1,040 millibars. Here we see 880, 890. So that's about 15% difference in pressure. Gets less oxygen into the engine. But on the flip side of that is the air's thinner, so the bikes go through the air with less friction. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. Acceleration is down, but top speed is usually pretty good.
To say, so you lose out in horsepower, but I suppose it's the same for everything else and everybody else. Can you dial out of that, or does the sort of significance of the thin air help get the top speed and equal things out?
Yeah, certainly you can. There are corrections in the engine control units. They're in those base parameters, and they're usually really good from the manufacturer. So you don't need to get too crazy.
It's certainly a challenge, and this has got to be one of the biggest challenges of the year for you.
Yeah, this is a good racetrack. So all races are a challenge. Probably that the temperature of the machines rise much easier. The boiling point comes down. That's true with the brake fluid as well. And the speeds are really high here at this track, so you generate a lot of heat in the motor, and you generate a lot of heat in the brakes.
Interesting stuff. So altitude does make a big difference, certainly to the horsepower, but as you saw earlier, it is also thin air. But then again, these YES Grace Yamahas are off in thin air anyway at the front. At least that's what's usually happening.